Hello and welcome to the channel. This video presentation is mainly intended for eye surgeons who are in training, and I strongly advise viewer discretion for all these surgical video presentations. This is Dr. Prashant Shukla, and today we will see a routine manual small incision cataract surgery in a case of hypermature senile cataract. In a patient who has got a poorly dilated pupil and a densely fibrosed anterior capsule. By this time I have applied one superrectal brittle suture, and a 20 gauge MVR blade is then used to make a side port on the left side. So now is the time to stain the anterior capsule with trypan blue dye. The dye is then washed out using saline, and also I have instilled some phenocane to dilate the pupil, although the pupil is not very well dilated. So here I am trying to do a viscomydriasis using HPMC. One more side port is being made, slightly eccentric because 180 degree there is a pterygium on the nasal side. So here I am going to do some stretch pupilloplasty using two Y hooks. This helps to create minor small sphincterotomies, and after doing stretch pupilloplasty the pupil dilates a bit. In a moment we will see. I am going to do it in multiple places. Two places I have already done. This is the third place, and this is the fourth place which I am going to do. Again at fifth place, and that's it. So after injecting some viscoelastic, now I have got a decent size of pupil, which is about 5.5 millimeters, and now I am starting to initiate the rexus using a cystitome. The zonal health in these cases is not very good, and here also there is some fibrosis in the anterior capsule. After raising a flap, I am using a micro rexus forceps, and at about 6 o'clock the rexus is stuck because of the fibrotic band there, and so I am planning to go the other way around, making a nick in the anterior capsule at around 12 o'clock and initiating a capsular flap from here. Here also the capsule was not moving as per the plan, so I have shifted to a can opener technique of opening the anterior capsule, because in these dense fibrotic cases it's not very easy to make a continuous curvilinear capsular rexus, and as long as I am doing a small incision cataract surgery, can opener technique is equally good for these cases. So while reaching the fibrotic band, where we can see there are dense folds in the anterior capsule suggesting the weak zonular health and the resistance of the anterior capsule to cut. Still I am trying my best to do with the cystitome. So now I am taking a micro scissor to cut the remaining flap of the anterior capsule, because I don't want to pull much, because the zonule health is not very good, and if I am going to pull it too much, then it might create a zonular dilatation at that place. So using a rexus forceps, micro rexus on the other side for counter traction, the final flap is now being cut and we have got a decent size of capsular opening. Now is the time to make this scleral tunnel. Here I have done a rexus first. After the scleral incision has been made, time is to create the scleral tunnel using a crescent blade. The ends of the scleral tunnel are marked using the blade first, and then I am going to create the tunnel first in the center. The bevel is turned up and the crescent goes into the cornea. Now the tunnel is being created in the cornea on the left side to about 1.5 to 2 millimeters into the cornea. We have to have at least 1.5 to 2 millimeters tunnel into the cornea because then it will be a self-sealing incision, and also if we don't have a good tunnel there would be a recurrent prolapse of the iris from the main incision and surgery would be very difficult. The subsequent steps would be very difficult. Now is the time to open the tunnel using a 2.8 keratome. The anterior end of the tunnel is marked and the tunnel is then opened. I am opening the tunnel while just moving forwards so that we can have a very smooth internal opening which is in the shape of a trapezoid. Tunnel is now open. Some more viscoelastic is instilled into the anterior chamber to create some space for nucleus manipulation. Here using 2 Msics, I am just hooking the equator. 1 Msics just pushes the nucleus on the left side, the other one hooks the equator, and I am going to just dial the nucleus out of the bag. The pupil is small, the size of the nucleus is very big. So again, after instilling some visco, I am trying from the side port, just wheeling the nucleus out of the capsular bag by hooking the equator at multiple places. Again through the main wound I am taking 2 Msics. 1 Msics hooks the equator, one moves the nucleus to the side, and the whole nucleus is now being delivered into the anterior chamber. Now is the time to remove it. Viscoelastic to protect the corneal endothelium as well as the posterior capsule, and using a phaco sandwich technique the nucleus will be just removed in a go. Here not much of cortex is present. I am just using the irrigating jet to just slowly and gradually flush out all the epinucleus and some lens matter which is in the anterior chamber and in the capsular bag. With the fast irrigating jet, all of the epinucleus and the cortical matter just gets washed out very fast. Here are some fibrotic areas in the posterior capsule. You need not have to disturb them. So now is the time to implant the intraocular lens. Here I am putting a 3-piece PMMA intraocular lens. After one haptic goes into the capsular bag, the other haptic is also dialed using a Msics. The lens is well centered, and now I am going to remove the viscoelastic which is there both in front and behind the intraocular lens by just irrigating. Here I am putting one 10-0 nylon suture in the center to counteract the against the rule astigmatism which would have been caused by this large incision, and this suture will take care of it. That's it, the case is done. Hope you like the video. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Ends are cut and the suture is then buried into the sclera. The knot is then rotated. Conjunctiva would be closed in a moment. Some moxifloxacin intracameral is instilled into the eye for prophylaxis. Side ports are then hydrated using saline. The conjunctiva is then closed. That's it. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.